Hey, it's Mitchell, and in this video, we're going to cover the age-old question of should you write short copy or long copy. I'm going to give you my opinion of it, so stick around to the end to find out which one you should be writing, short copy or long copy. Now, in a perfect world where everyone knows everything about everything, all we would have to do is write something like this. Here's a cool product you might like, 25% off, come buy it now. And we would get an absolute ton of sales from that. Unfortunately, there are products that people don't know anything about or don't even know that they need. So we have to do some explaining and convincing, which ultimately leads to longer copy. But that doesn't mean there isn't stuff out there that you can use short copy for, because there's a lot of things out there. And here are a few examples of those. We've got clothing like shorts, shirts, bathing suits. We've got shoes. Unless you have shoes that have like some kind of special sole in them to help protect your feet, you would have to do some explaining on why those soles are different. Otherwise, people know what shoes are. Some other examples are like household items. We've got toilet paper, napkins, food, skincare. People know what these are. Short copy is acceptable for products that people already know an absolute ton about. And another way that short copy would be acceptable is if you're retargeting a current list, let's say like website visitors, because these people have already been exposed and educated about your product before. And if they visited your website, they've expressed some kind of interest in your product. So you don't really need to do very much explaining unless you've got, like a very expensive item, then you're still gonna have to try and sell that. Now, a good way to indicate how much copy you're gonna need is this. Are there a lot of facts and features and benefits that would help you sell your product, right? So like, is talking about these going to help you sell this? My answer is the more you can write, the better. Why would you want to limit yourself in how much you can say to sell a product? It doesn't matter if it's $5 or if it's $9.97. You still have to go and try and sell it regardless of the price. So if you go back to copy, when I just said that the more you can write, the better, there are people out there that want to know literally everything there is to know about a product. So if you're writing short copy, you're gonna, basically shun these people away because they're gonna have so many different questions that they didn't get answered, and they could have potentially bought from you if you would have explained a little more about your product. And the more you can say about what it is, what it will do for them, and how their life will be better once they start using your product or get your product, the higher chance you have at getting them to buy from you. So let me explain to you the example that I was given when I first learned about this. We've got 3 different kinds of products. We've got a gas car, an electric car, and then a flying drone. So if we look at the gas car, people already know what a gas car is. We've been driving them forever. So because of that, because people already know what gas cars are, you don't have to do a whole lot of explaining other than maybe like this one gets better gas, or this one looks cooler, or this one's super fast. And then comes Tesla, an electric car. When that first came out, nobody knew anything about an electric car, but it was still a car. So people knew somewhat about it because it had the qualities of a car, but Tesla, when that came out, had to go about explaining the engine, why it's better, how it gets better gas efficiency, what makes it faster, etc., right? Because even though it is a car, there were other aspects of it that people didn't know about. Now let's go to the drone, right? The flying drone. We are introducing a completely new product that's not a car. This is completely different. So when flying drones first came out, there was nothing close to it. No one knew what this was. No one knew what it did. No one knew why they should get it, how much it's gonna cost, what it would do for them. Nobody knew anything about it. So to sell a flying drone, a product people know nothing about, you're gonna have to explain literally everything there is to know about this flying drone so you can educate the market again on some of those questions that I just said. What it does, why they need it, how much it costs, what it will do for them. And there's absolutely no way that you can do that with short copy. It's just not possible. Now, another thing to consider when writing copy is the price. Typically, the higher the price, the more you're gonna need to explain, and this holds true for anything. Now, regardless of price, I'm still a big believer that you should do your best to say as much as you can or need in order to sell your product. So let's end the video with a quote from David Ogilvy, who's considered the father of advertising, and that's gonna be, short copy is for amateurs. Thanks for watching.